All right, so we're standing outside another flip that we're doing that is right in the middle stages of the rehab. So you can see, redid the roof, redid the siding, redid the windows, picked like a green siding to go with the pre-existing stone. What I wanted to mention with this property is the importance of having the right team members in place. So this was a house that was actually under contract with another investor, and he was looking to wholesale it. If you don't know what wholesaling is, basically somebody gets a property under contract and then they flip the contract either to potentially a retail buyer or an investor such as myself. Having the right people on your team, though, is so key. I was able to make a call to the broker that I typically work with, Jason Sorli. We're in Middle Island. And you know, nobody knows Middle Island, nobody sells more in Middle Island than Jason. I was able to make one quick phone call and say, Jason, does this property make sense or not? He said, yes, it absolutely makes sense. And on the flip side, no pun intended, as we're rehabbing it, because he works with so many people, so many buyers in the area, through his contacts, he was able to actually bring a buyer that's now under contract for this property. So that makes the whole process much smoother, much quicker. So I got to give a shout out to my man Jason, because he was able to not only advise me to buy the property in the first place, but then brought a well-qualified buyer so we can get in and out of this deal very, very quickly. So let me take you over to the backyard, because the backyard, honestly, that's really the showstopper. This is the real selling point. If any of you guys follow me, Suffolk County House Buyers on Facebook or the Flip Fanatic on Instagram, you'll see I've highlighted this before, but this is your backyard. It's 1.7 acres. That's a real selling point here. And, you know, you don't really see properties of this size in this area. I've said that before. With 1.7 acres, actually, you're able to have legally up to 6 horses. I think for an acre, you have 2 horses. Acre-and-a-half, 6, and then for 2 acres, you could have up to 8 horses. So that's not something you're gonna see in this price range. So it's a huge, huge benefit. So, you know, in the back, you could see, kind of went with like an earthy green siding and roof, just because it has like a very country feel to it. So, you know, a lot of flippers have the same look over and over, and I get that. You wanna create systems, but sometimes you need to adjust depending on what the property is to kind of fit, you know, the motif, so to speak. So let me take you inside and I'll show you where we're at. All right, so we're inside the house, and like I said before, you know, we're kind of smack dab in the middle of the rehab. So we're gonna show you properties that are in the very beginning, show you properties that finished. So this one's right, falls right in the middle. Anyway, so in this house, what we're gonna do is we're trying to preserve some of the older elements. So if you look over there, you know, you got the old radiators. Those put out so much heat. Whenever you're flipping, I mean, people want new, and I get that, but whenever you have an old element that you just can't find anymore, you do what you can to keep that. So let me give you a little bit of a tour. You know, the guy's starting to trim out the house. If you look up, you see the wires hanging down. We're gonna add hi-hats to brighten up the place. This actually wasn't here before. We opened this up just so it kind of gives it a little bit more of an open feel. In here, we're gonna be putting hardwood floors down here, so we're gonna have all hardwood floors pretty much all throughout, but this is gonna be our kitchen area. So we've pretty much prepped this, ready for cabinets. Let me take you over through into the bedrooms. And obviously this goes without saying, whenever you have hardwood floors, you know, if they're in great shape, you refinish them, because, you know, nobody likes houses, you know, with regular carpet or even laminate floors if they can get hardwood floors. Let me show you in here. So we got a bathroom in here. We're gonna tile this tomorrow. As you can see, we actually have the old tile on the floor, but that tile, it's basically like the equivalent of a mud floor. So we're gonna tile right over that. It's gonna create a strong surface so the tile doesn't crack, but we should be tiling this tomorrow. We've got our bedrooms here. You know, again, nothing crazy, but you know, 3 good sized bedrooms. I think, me personally, if I want a bedroom, I want it here, because, you know, I want to be able to look outside and see that property. So this is going to be your master bedroom. We obviously have a lot more trim to do, caulking, place the light fixture up here, refinish the floor, redo the interior of the closet, put up our closet doors, but for the most part, this is going to be your master bedroom. Now, it doesn't give you the view of the backyard, but it is the largest room, so I would imagine that the buyers who are under contract are going to use this as their master. And then you got 2 good-sized bedrooms, 1 and 2 right there. And that's about it. There's a basement. It's not well lit, so I'm not going to take it down there. But like I said, you know, the value in this property is the land. As I wanted to say before, you know, having the right people on your team who can analyze and assess values for you, that really, you cannot discount the value of that. So, you know, having the right people on my team is what's helped me, you know, do this on a higher level.